any of our citizens who are not here legally, we are always open to their legitimate return to India.
Now let's talk about Trump's outreach to India and Washington's relationship with New Delhi. There's talk of a Modi-Trump bilateral soon, as early as next month. The new Trump administration has made India a priority and put its best foot forward. We told you about this yesterday. Marco Rubio is America's new Secretary of State, basically their foreign minister, Marco Rubio. His first bilateral meeting was with S. Jaishankar, who's India's foreign minister. The US then released a statement after the meeting. It said that they want to advance economic ties with India and they want India to address illegal immigration, to stop Indians from coming illegally to the United States. And India has responded positively. It is ready to address this issue.
We have always taken the view that if there are any of our citizens who are not here legally, if we are sure that they are our citizens, we have always been open to their legitimate return to India. So I conveyed that very clearly to Secretary Rubio.
So India is striking the right tone. Trump is an immigration hawk. In his first term, he started building a wall on the US border. In his second term, he is deploying the military at the border. US troops are being mobilized. They're being sent to America's borders to stop illegal immigrants. That's how Donald Trump, that's how serious he is about it. He gave the orders himself on his first day in office. So what kind of numbers are we talking about? How many illegal immigrants enter the US in a year? Up to 500,000, according to estimates. And how many of them are from India? Just a little over 6%. So India is not the major problem here. It is countries like Mexico. The maximum number of illegal immigrants in the US come from neighbors like Mexico, which is why Donald Trump frequently targets them. And now the Americans have put together a list of the people they want to deport. And on this list, there are some 18,000 Indians. Apparently, they did not go to America legally. They did not have a valid visa. So the US wants them removed. And India is ready to bring them back. It's a small concession to unlock bigger opportunities. You see, India is clear-eyed about the bigger goals here. The groundwork is being laid for a meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Donald Trump. Diplomats from both sides are planning a bilateral. It could happen next month. Reports say Prime Minister Modi could even travel to Washington, D.C. for talks. They don't have a date yet, and it's still early days in the Trump presidency, so it is a bit of a moonshot. But New Delhi is working on a strategy. It is assessing a range of options to offer to Trump to win him over. And what are these options? A lot of them are centered on trade. India is considering buying more American products like whiskey, steel, and oil. India may cut duties on these goods. The import tariffs may be reduced. New Delhi is putting together a list of products, the ones which are politically significant for the Republicans. The Republican Party is Trump's party. They have a supermajority in the US Congress right now. They control both the chambers of the American Parliament. And Donald Trump controls the White House. So this party, the Red Party, has the trifecta. They represent the whole of the US government, and India wants to secure their support from all sides. So it is focusing on the products that are important for the Republicans, like bourbon whiskey and pecan nuts. Also soybean, dairy, vehicles, medical instruments, and aircraft. Concessions on these imports can lead to a trade deal. Remember, India tried to sign a trade deal during Trump's previous term. It did not work out. Now they're looking to revive the talks. Because we know one thing about Trump. He loves striking deals. So India is playing ball, trying to adopt his transactional approach by offering concessions and making demands to address its own needs, like more visas for Indians.
When it came to various regulations and processes, I also flagged some concerns which are very widespread in India about delays in visas, and the relationship is not well served if it takes that many days for people to get a visa.
So India will weigh Trump's demands against its own, like visas in exchange for support on immigration, reduce tariffs in exchange for greater market access. Prime Minister Modi's government has dealt with Trump before. They're hoping to use those learnings, focus on converging interests, and work on win-win deals. We'll keep track of how they fare.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.